Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Caves of Cud, where we are here on the surface of Golgotha, about to dive deep, and I'm told I feel a sense of holiness here. I'm going to be honest with you, I have my memories, and what my memories are filling me with is mostly foreboding, rather than holiness sensing, but we're gonna try, we're gonna figure this out. So our actual quest, what we are here to do, is to find a dysfunctional Waydroid, repair the Waydroid, and then return to Gritgate with it. That's it. That's all we got to do. There's a bonus reward for completing this quest by level 12, a further bonus reward for completing it before level 18. We are already level 12, so I guess we're not getting one of those. We just have to find a malfunctioning Waydroid. That is a creature that subsists entirely on blood and probably has some feelings about our presence. Ow, don't you just run up to a stranger and bond to them? What's wrong with you? So there are gross. Stop it. So there are these chutes, right? A void is beneath. We could just leap down. Obviously that is not my plan. Okay, we got some security door here. What is actually in this room? These guys are not hostile, right? No. Honey Skunk's got better things to do than mess with me. Okay, well obviously we're just gonna let ourselves in then. Gosh, there sure are a lot of these massive leeches, huh? Okay, what all is taking damage over there? I'm not even sure. Also just kind of like looking around for more ruins. All right, I don't know what to make of any of that. Let's turn on our digging claws and get in through here. So I guess I'm gonna just like go right next to the door. Tarnished chrome appears to be fairly tough. I guess it's not hugely surprising. All right, we got one. I do wish that I could tell it, you know, you don't need to make the attacks with the daggers. We know the daggers aren't going to get through. That's fine. Just focus on the claw. That'd be a hell of a thing though if I managed to deal enough damage to this wall with a knife to just cut it down. All right, one more hit. There we go. Okay, just a lot of trees, an additional shaft. What are you? Buttons are set in a vertical pair across a rectangle of scrawled on metal. Okay. Ah, I interacted with it and it opened the door. I suppose that makes sense. Well, you know, there's another. Let's have a look. There's another little building over here. It looks like. It's all just. It's all just open gaps. It can't be. There's got to be a way. Oh man, is this what it was like last time too? It just feels like there's got to be a way. So if we just jump in a hole, pretty good odds we die, right? We just fall to our death. Falling damage is a real concern. I do not currently have a way of slowing myself. Right, we don't have like wings or anything. So if we jump in, we're jumping in for real. One thing we could do, because we do have this injector, if I remember correctly, maybe not. I thought I had an injector of stuff that essentially let me see the future, right? Did I not? Maybe we saw it and I didn't buy it? Does the rubber gum injector affect your fall damage? Suffer only half damage from falling. So yeah, we could just throw on a rubber gum injector and then jump in a hole. And the thing is, it still might kill us. But it doesn't appear that there's another way into Golgotha. I'm gonna hit the auto explore button here. Let's verify. I don't think there's any way in this game to like lower a rope into a big hole like that. Okay. So it is worth noting that aside from that one up in the building, all of the other entrances here are coated in some kind of slime. Yeah. Don't love that. Oops. Not really my most primary concern. Let me turn off the claws. Alright, we don't have anything else that might help with this. No, it sure doesn't seem like it. Okay, well, we could run back to the Stilt, see if we could buy an injector of the type, you know, there's that type of injector where you take a hit of it and then like in 10 turns it asks you if you want to go back to before you took it. Essentially, like, it lets you look a little bit in the future, see if you're happy with it, and if not, retire. Just give it another go. I think I would like one of those. Since we saw one of those, we know those exist out there. I would like to maybe go back to the Stilt and buy one of those. Do we want to mess with any of this other stuff that we've discovered around here? No, probably not. Let's just go to the Stilt. Let's just try to go buy a thing. Okay, we are once again immediately lost. Immediately lost and surrounded by leeches. So many leeches. It's not terrible XP from killing them. Lead slugs. Okay, I'm being shot at from the south here. Ah, well, a good folk yurt warden, rating as average danger to us, which is to say pretty dangerous then, because we have some okay gear. A braid of roasted frog skin stretches taut over her swollen pectorals and fastens a satchel to her hip. Her hooves are stained with an unclassified mixture of blood, and spittle flies from her bleeding mouth into a tuft of scraggle chin hair. Okay, so she's got a pretty decent rifle. We've got some pretty decent quills. Yeah, that did some damage. Alright, I'm gonna try... She's already wounded. Like, the quills are getting it. There we go. So I don't need your chainmail. I will take your rifle. These sell alright. You had a weird artifact in addition to your ammunition. What is this? A high explosive missile. Well, that's fascinating. Why did you have that? Okay. And I've recognized the screen. There we go. Why on earth would you just have a whole missile? Ruins nearby. Yeah, sure. Let's dip in here for a sec. The ruins of Dursier. I mean, if there's some relatively easy to discover treasure, I certainly would not be opposed. It's just a big boulder, right? The yellow rocks. That said, you know, ruins is not necessarily like valuable ruins. How... You know what? It doesn't say how heavy it is, but let's grab it. Or actually, I'm not allowed to. Alright, well. I'll take the honey in any case. Okay, there's nothing in the basket up and to the left of us there. I'm going to guess this weird artifact is, yep, another kind of grenade. Certainly not going to turn that down. So already this trip was worth the effort. Hopefully we can get some value for these grenades back at the Stilt. Must you, random tortoise? I'm actually having a really hard time getting through this tortoise. How about the quills? The quills are not doing a horrible job. They're not doing a great job. Alright, what about the guns? Okay. Carapace loosens. We're able to get a very small amount of damage through with these things. Alright, I was gonna say, I'm loath to shoot any more quills because we're rapidly approaching the point where it affects our armor value. It does seem like there's an area in here, doesn't it? Okay, maybe not anything of terrible import, actually. What a weird little ruin. Well, I think we can probably just get back on the move here. Okay, so we are looking for... First of all, I didn't pick up any books or anything. No. Looking for a person who sells injectors. Is this just food? Yeah, this is specifically apples. Oh, if we hit backspace here, apothecary, gutsmonger, ichor merchant. Apothecary might be the winner. Sort of a weird way to approach there, but okay, I'll take it. So you have blaze and you have salve. But those are not the things I am looking for. I don't remember what the name of the chemical I'm looking for is, but I know these are not the thing. What about you, deep should... You got nothing. I mean, that probably makes sense. Schematics, shoemaker... Oh, I wilted. There is apparently just enough sunlight to bask in. The screen had an apple farmer and an armorer. Definitely not. This point of interest menu that you bring up by hitting backspace is so helpful. Chef, a dromad. I mean, a dromad trader might have anything, right? Let's trade, friend. Ooh, crysteel arrows. Flawless crysteel arrows. I bet those do some pretty decent damage. Yeah, this guy has some stuff. No cool injectors. He does have some solar cells, though. These are awfully handy. I guess I also have a solar cell. I probably don't need more than one. Yeah, alright. Not quite what I was looking for. Let's check the next screen. Header, yep, none of this is... None of this is going to be the right thing. Same here. Okay. Did I imagine it? Maybe I imagined it. Maybe there never was such an injector. And then... I guess we could go talk to Lilyheart. Just to let her know stuff is resolved. We went to Bela, everything's fine. Once again, gotta walk all the way around her tent first. I've heard that the youngest Hindrarch in history now leads Bela, and their warden aims to join the Quetzal Caucus. You worked wonders, Kendrin. Can't wait to see what happens next. Alright, I'm gonna share water with you. We are disliked by unshelled reptiles, although we weren't super popular with them before. You know, I have secrets to share with you. I know how to make mala soup, which is something. And also, I know the locations of so many things. So, since we have no particular strong reason to want to build up a bunch of reputation with pariahs, this might be a case where it like makes sense to just spend some rep to pull some secrets. I'm kind of curious. The location of Rabawel, Goatfolk Haunt. Oops, not that. Rabah, the Goatfolk Village. And that's all you know. Okay. Interesting. Well, this trip was a bust. Sort of a big waste of time, and we spent a bunch of water on travel here. Unless you have the tools that I need. You have a small platinum tube that is not one of the kinds of chemicals that we've identified before. I think that's worth trading for. Let's see if we can... Wow, these glow spheres are extremely valuable. I was going to say, let's see if we can generate that amount of value. And it looks like, yeah. Looks like, yeah, pretty easily, actually. Okay. Hold on, let me find this in our inventory. I think we're going to have to wrap back around to the top here. Platinum tube. Oh, that's a love injector. That's a different kind of drug. If you inject someone else, they'll fall in love with you and follow you around for 3,000 to 3,600 rounds. I mean, that's potentially pretty useful. It's not a bad thing to have purchased by any means, but it sure ain't what I was looking for. Okay, there's apparently some ruins nearby. When I tried to go up to the world map, it immediately told me that we found some ruins. Maybe we'll find something worthwhile in these. Ooh. Okay, bookshelves. That's exciting. Take all that, thank you. You'd think we'd be able to like use our spinnerets to lower us down into the... maybe that doesn't make any sense. I'm just really not excited about the prospect of leaping in a hole that we know nothing about, right? Seems like it would be a really easy way to get stuck in an unfamiliar place with broken legs, which is maybe the worst way to get stuck in an unfamiliar place. Would certainly rate very highly for me. What have we here? Now, hand over the shoulder and something. Okay. Not particularly useful, this graffiti. You don't have anything particularly useful either, which I guess is not a huge surprise. Just a man out here living amongst the trash. Alright, come on. Hopefully one of these little buildings is going to offer us something a little bit more interesting. What is that? Ooh, there's an engraved musket here. In 4457, Yalarad ravaged all of Colosseum province Alanalep, razing to the ground the homes of birds and crabs. He became known as the Alanalep Pest. That feels a little light to me as a consequence, or indeed a thing to call somebody. Okay. Well, this ruin has been extremely good value already. What's on this table? Some torches. That's not really so interesting. Okay, that's a strange little area. And then just a lot of water on the ground. I always check because I'm like, if it was fresh water, would I even recognize it? Obviously, if it's fresh water, we're filling all of our bags and stuff. Well, now that we are hopeless, I don't know. I guess maybe there's nothing to do except head back to Golgotha and just jump in one of the holes. Yeah, I guess let's give it a shot. Okay. Saw a couple of screens worth of sand. Figured out where I was going. Wait a minute. The melts on your skin begin to mumble coherently, revealing the location of Trapezus Tukesh. So we were just offered the location of some ruins, and I was already pressing another button, so it returned down the chance to look at the ruins. So I'm really quickly just going to all the screens in the parasang. Trying to find those ruins. This is so much salt. You know what? We don't need to be down in the desert at random. I just want to see if we can find the ruin tile. Okay, it looks like no. Ruins nearby. Yes, I would like to investigate. It is a good idea to investigate. Some forgotten ruins. Wow, okay. That's a fire stout. I thought it was a one of those normal angry pigs. His ear hair is singed from his nasal blazes. Okay. Caught me off guard a little bit there. Interact with self, fight fire. Hopefully it takes him a second to be able to shoot again. He is already injured. I'm having a hell of a time actually hitting him. Okay, we're getting some damage through. Ooh. All right, new kind of pig. I do not believe that that is a familiar kind of pig. Wow. All right, not a terribly exciting chest. So this tree right here is ripe for harvest. We could get witchwood bark off of it if we had the harvestry skill, which I'm fairly sure, do not. Fortunately, it's not like a necessary thing, right? We're going to be fine without it. Okay, I was kind of hoping that those ruins would be a little bit more lucrative. I mean, I guess we didn't pay anything in, so we don't necessarily need anything out, right? Everything we find is all value, it's all profit. Okay. We did gain a level. I want to make sure we're all spent here. So we have no spare attribute points. We have 2 spare mutation points. Could I spend these mutation points on making us tougher? I mean, AV is not going to defend against our armor value. It's not going to defend against fall damage, right? No matter how tough our trunk. Wow. Yeah, that doubles the claw penetration versus walls. That seems pretty okay. What do we want to spend 1 on? I mean, like, the bonus move speed from leveling up multiple legs is definitely compelling. Obviously, we're getting a lot of value out of quills. We are allowed to push up 1 more time. It's just going to add more quills. Yeah. I will do that. I do like the quills an awful lot. Okay, and then with 1 more point. So leveling this up again increases the effectiveness of the metabolizing buff. Upgrading the spinnerets does not allow us to to descend slowly and gracefully using our webbing, our natural webbing. That's a shame. I think I'm gonna put it into multiple legs. It doubles the move speed bonus, which is actually pretty significant, and then, you know, a little bit more carry capacity is always good. Yeah, okay. So now all we have to do is not break our multiple legs jumping down. And also, let me remember to bask before we do that. We do have the Uber Nostrum. This would be a terrible way to have to use it, but I wish we could avoid is beneath, huh? Let me try something. Let me see if this works. All right, we're going to... I can't just light the torch. I have to equip it, and then it's lit. What I'm thinking is if we drop a lit torch down the thing, maybe we'll be able to see. Okay, so now this is blazing. I guess it's not actually what I wanted to, the way I wanted to do that. The way I want to do that is, well, I want to drop it, but I want to drop it when it's on fire. I don't remember how to do this. Okay, if I equip you... Okay, we can equip a torch in our thrown weapon slot. And then I could go... Ha! The torch falls down a slimy shaft. A void is beneath. Okay, so that was not effective. Do we want to be packing the high explosive grenade or like the acid grenade maybe? The high explosive grenade is Mark II. We'll blow somebody up real good. Right, what is the difference between an obsidian Chris and a folded carbide dagger? Stats-wise, they're the same. Okay, so it's pretty much just that the obsidian Chris is like rad. All right, well that's the thing that I should be wielding in my my left-hand pseudopod, I think. All right, do we want to spend any skill points before we go down there? We don't have a ton to work with. Yeah, maybe I'm just banking this. I don't know if there's anything that's like super calling out to me. We could like learn meal prep, spend 100 points on cooking and gathering and get meal prep, but I don't... We have the basking buff, right? All right, we're going to take a rubber gum injector. We're going to jump in. We're not going to die. Right? We're also going to remember not to use a salve injector while still under the effects of the rubber gum. Here we go. Okay, we fell down. It was not very far. Hey, look. My torch. There's also a lot of black ooze down here. And conveyor drive units. Grease drips from an engine of bright chrome and stains the idlers. Pulley wheels are positioned at odd angles to churn flat rubber belts through space. Directly above us, tiny scratches mark lateral vents cut in rows from tarnished chrome. Oh, that's not a... I thought that was in the floor. I think there's some way to use honey to... Let me actually have a look at ours. So we have 6 grams of honey here. Simple disease prevention based effects to cooked meals. I guess maybe that's a compelling reason to... Okay, it seems like it's just delicious. The scratched vents kind of appear to have disappeared. I'm going to turn on my claws and try to dig through these vents rather than walking through all the black ooze. Oh, never mind. There's a conveyor belt underneath us. We have now been pushed into the black ooze. Well, I guess let's try to get out of here then. Oh, that's an oozing shoot crab. Down here we have some green goo. All right, well, let's get off of the ooze tiles. I'm still on this conveyor belt, which is worrying. Let's give them the quills, I suppose. Yeah, wow, we got some pretty decent damage out of that. All right, trying to move around here in such a way as to avoid stepping into the goop. There's another crab there. I guess I'm just going to quill fling again. Yeah, that works. Damn it. I'm trying to cut my way through the wall here. Unfortunately, I'm having a hell of a time penetrating the armor of tarnished chrome. I just want to get to... Okay, there's some spots over here. Let's just go through the ooze. Gross. Covered in garbage. I am going to pop open our skills thing. You know what? Maybe we are going to learn meal preparation real fast. I would love to purchase the required skill. Cooking and gathering. Okay. We're going to make camp down here. I can't cook with hostiles nearby. Oh, there is in fact a single crab. You know, we do okay damage with the weapons. I guess I don't need to necessarily always be firing quills. Let's try to get to a spot where we're not getting crabbed anymore. Okay, the rubber gun wore off. That's a worrying description. Your skin flattens out and stretches tautly around your body once again. There's one more crab. Oh no, there's so many more crabs. Okay. The good news is these vents here, these red vents, are shooting fire in a lot of directions. So that's driving off some of the crabs. Okay. Have we... Yes, we have stomped enough crabs. All right. Let's choose some ingredients to cook with. We can cook from a recipe. One serving of fermented yuckweed stem, one serving of spark tick plasma, and a dram of honey. Gives a bonus to saves versus disease, and whenever you eat an unfermented yuckweed stem, you release an electrical discharge. Okay, that's what the porridge does. That's pretty cool. Let's choose some ingredients to cook with. I'm definitely going to cook with some honey. And then also some of our natural lignin that we are always producing on account of we are a plant creature. Let's cook with that stuff. A dram of honey, some lignin, and a flattened bolt from a rifle turret. Okay. You only get ill for 1/10 the usual length of time, plus 30% to your natural healing rate. I wanted to try to get some kind of disease resistance. I'm waiting until, yeah, that happens. Until the vent that we were next to spouts a whole hell of a lot of fire. Because it doesn't seem like it happens very often. Ugh. Alright, we're going to have to swim through a bunch more goo here. I was really hoping to pick up some, like, bonus saves versus disease. Oh no, a sewage eel wraps itself around your forefeet. That's some of my most important feet. Also, we just got blasted by that jet of flames in a very serious way. Hostile average. So am I unable to move? No. Okay. We have a sore throat, which is bad news for sure. I'm going to quill spray this thing. We rebuild our quills pretty quickly. Okay, big spray of fire from the vents means it's time to cross quickly. A scrap shoveler. All right, let's try here resting until healed. All right, lots of fire going off around us, but we have, in fact, picked a safe space. We are able to survive. All right, scrap shovelers, y'all just keep doing what you do. Hey, a free bent metal sheet. Rad. Excuse me, friend. So it seems like there's just a lot of jumping down a hole here. It's the primary way of navigating in this area. That security door opens directly into a wall. I don't really want to be these vents. I think the crabs are emerging from the vents, right? Yeah, they're chute crabs. They're coming out of the chutes. Makes sense. They are not up for debate. They're not interested in chatting. Okay, I'm just gonna jump down then. Oh wait, no, this one looks like a long fall. So we were not warned about the other ones in this way. That seems bad. Let's. Hey, did you see bullets fly out of the bottom left there? Something took a shot at the shoot crabs with actual ammunition. There might be a rifle turret or something down there. Alright, we're gonna quill spray to clear these guys out. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Yep, that is in fact a rifle turret. A musket turret. No, it's okay, that's slightly less bad. I mean, it seems like the thing to do is to just keep following the belts, right? They seem to be guiding us toward the shortfall shafts pretty unerringly. Try to spend as much time as possible outside of the goo. Okay, there's no treasure to be had here. I appreciate that the game lets us know when we're about to drop into something that's like potentially an actual lethal fall. Okay, we're pretty good at tearing through those crabs. So yeah, that's still an open shaft on this level as well. Security door that once again goes into the wall. Picking up lots of cracked lenses and garbage. Fortunately, these shoot crabs, they have a fair amount of health, I guess, but really not very dangerous creatures. Alright. I wonder how close we are to the bottom of this. Are you different colors? Because you're just... Yeah, because you're covered in sludge and goo. Alright, not because you're some kind of different creature with different problems. Hey, look, it's an aggle maggot with its acidic mandibles. We've seen these before. Also, a rustacean. A broad, flat shell in the hue of air-sucked iron has started to flake in a vertebral pattern. It shakes a single, monstrous, serrated claw caked in a year's worth of red death, the eroded metal dust. Let's maybe shoot some of these things with our guns. Okay, I did hit the rustacean. Also, it seems like maybe our job is just to jump down this pit. I'm just going to jump down this pit. Hey, that's a Waydroid. A scrapped Waydroid. Buddy, could you not stand on that? We need that. Repair you. Shoot, how do I interact with you now? Here lies a Waydroid in unknowing slumber. Might a willing tinker give it life again? Let me get it. We found it and we repaired it. So now we just bring it home, right? I think that was it. I think that's all we needed. Yep. Okay. So at this point we could absolutely just let me put an energy cell in our recoiler. We could probably just recoil. But we're already down here. We're already exposed to the everything. Like, this is backwards. Sorry, you should go to the recoiler and then select the cell from there. All right. So yeah, we could teleport back to Joppa. Let's at least look around down here on the bottom level, right? An oozing green gel. Pretty tough creature. We're told. It is suggested. Nah, not so bad. All right, non-hostile spark tick. There's an awful lot of poisonous slime around here. I don't really... I mean, I guess we've already gone swimming through a lot of it. Slog of the cloaca. Hostile. A slug has grown too large for its anatomy to know what to do. Bubbles of stinking broth pop over the breathing pores the size of elbows, and a fifth phase of trash-like matter leaks out its crusty mantle and down the sharp keel of its back. Very gross. Where nature had the decency to end the body of the common slug in a muscular foot, Slog's tail is instead a sphincter-choked bilge hose that it uses to spout fuel water funk about its surroundings. That's a description of a thing. Those are words you are legally allowed to type in your video game. Okay, I'm trying to obviously, use our superior move speed. Ah! That was a gross sludgy projectile. I don't really want to shoot this thing while it's standing right next to me. Okay. Out of ammo. It's kind of injured. I mean, maybe the move here is just to let it and Slog get next to me, and then we've already regenerated all of our quills. So just do some quill flinging. We took a very serious hit there. All right. That killed the crab at least. How you doing there, buddy? Okay, he's already yellow injured. I will continue to quill fling, I think. The Aggle Maggot's going to pull up next to us. That's fine. So, Slog hit us for 10. Also took 2 damage from our quills. The actual attack, the quill attack that we did, dealt 27 damage. Like, it's actually very powerful. Alright, so he's wounded. We don't want to go below half of our total quills, which is... We have 595 left. I don't remember what our total quill value was. But I'm going to try to back up a little bit here and... Ow. Okay. 2 damage from sludgy, salty, gooey, oozing Slog's poison. Let's gain a step on him. All of our other injectors have worn off long ago, so let's just go ahead and hit the salve. Apply to self. Okay, we had a decent critical hit there for 4 damage. Well, it's not quite as impressive as the quills. I'm actually really surprised at how good the quills are. They're way better than I was expecting. Okay, our reputation with mollusks was certainly wrecked by that bullet that found itself directly between whatever Slog has instead of eyes. But the villagers of Mibal love that shit. All right. 850 XP. Reload. Is there anything interesting here? No, I didn't want to take the corpse. I didn't want to take the entire corpse. I meant to just look at the loot that's in the space. I'm sure it's up here somewhere. How heavy is this corpse anyway? £300. Yeah, do not eat that. Do not eat that. Was he guarding a cool treasure by any chance? There's another Waydroid. Oh. One of those eels. Didn't even notice it until we were already past it. Stay back, gel. Oh, is that something cool? That is a burnt capacitor. Not the coolest thing ever. Alright. The gun's doing good work. Okay, we maintained our balance and kicked the eel away and then shot it to death with a gun. Aha! Treasure. 2 cybernetics credit wedges. Well, alright. Let's grab those and get out of the goop. I don't know. There might be more treasure around here, but, like, how much garbage do we really want to swim through? I guess, like, the question is, do I think there's any additional risk of infection at this point? Probably not, right? We probably have, at this point, either we've got what we're not even in the water anymore, you eel. What are you doing? Critically hit the oozing sewage eel for a 5x hit. These guys do not have much in the way of armor. Alright, reload my guns. You know, I'm also kind of looking for an exit, because we don't necessarily want to use the recoiler, right? We could just climb out. So this is a Gershling. Not exactly the most terrifying thing. You know, we've recovered a lot of our quills at this point. You're probably just... Oh, you survived the quills somehow. Well, I guess good job. My suspicion is that we're probably not going to find a lot more goodies. I think it's just, you know what? I want out. I want out. Let's get out. We're probably sick. Activate. Whoosh. You are transported. Well, let's go see this Dromad merchant. While we're here, hey Tam, buddy, what's been going on? I'm the Incredible Night Tree. What's your deal? I should definitely buy ammo. I should definitely buy any kind of healing type stuff you have. It doesn't seem like a lot. Also, you have some kind of weird artifact that probably is worth the effort to identify, but there's no way we can afford that. You know what? I'll do that. We'll pay a dram of water for some ammo. Thank you. And then I guess from here, it's just a matter of getting back to Gritgate, right? I'm no longer covered in slime. I do have a sore throat. Well, hopefully the honey concoction that we consumed will ward off the worst possible effects of that. So then we step in here. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, current location. Walk to the nearest stairway down. This is going to be a little bit of an annoyance. Oh, actually, you know what? This is a screen, I believe, where we do not go down. We go north. All right. Have you completed the task? Yes. The slot opens from the center of the door. A bright red light shines through. Several minutes pass. You may enter. Simply walk through the force barrier. Make your first 2 lefts and speak to Steward Otho in his office. Okay, I mean, that doesn't get much simpler than that. And here we have Gritgate and the Barathrumites. There's a lot going on here and a lot of people to meet, and we're totally going to do so after we speak to Steward Otho in his office. I do think we should probably take that stuff pretty seriously, because you might notice all of these Urshib are rated as impossible difficulty to us right now. They could absolutely rip me in half at any moment. So we're going to be like very cautious and polite in here. Otho stands with tremendous import and stillness, as if upon some hidden but vital vertex of the Enclave. In Barathrum's name, he's conferred onto himself the tonsure of stewardship and shorn the hair from his scalp. His snout narrows in proportion to the tight corridors around him. His robe is impeccably clean. Waydroids beep and whir at him obediently as they scuffle past. He doesn't let cats into Great Gate, and they got feelings about that, apparently. Yeah, nobody's allowed in, and everybody's kind of annoyed about it. Hey there, friend, potentially new friend. Welcome to Gritgate. I am Otho, Barathram's steward. I apologize for the manner of our introduction, but we must take precautions. Cud is a very unforgiving place. I am pleased to see that you've returned with the Waydroid, though you still know little of the dangers you bear. Take this firearm as your reward. It bears the mark of our finest gunsmith, Sparafusile. Return when you are ready to discuss the signal. I do love free gun. The water ritual's probably worth doing, because, like, getting in friendly with these Barathramites seems very worth it. It's gonna maybe piss off some villagers somewhere, but your thirst is mine. My water is yours. Alright, he seems happy enough to do it. Okay, we just lose 50 points with a couple of other groups. I think that's fine. I have secrets to share with you. I would love to just gain as much reputation as possible. Okay, cool. I will not ask for your secrets just yet. I will, however, turn in this quest step. Do we want a Masterworks scoped carbine, or it's probably the chain pistol, right? And we're promoted to the rank of apprentice. Okay, so real quick here, Masterwork and also scoped. Scoped means increased accuracy. I mean, as you might imagine, Masterwork scores critical hits 10% of the time instead of 5%, and also the incredibly masculine mark of Sparafusile is upon it. Like, do we want to start wielding chain pistols all the time at this point? I do feel like you burn through a lot of ammo in a kind of unnecessary way. Well, you know, unnecessary, obviously, for some situations. We do have a lot of ammunition. I think I'm going to stick with the normal pistols for the moment, but it is definitely a thing to think about. At some point, perhaps we want to upgrade. Are you ready to discuss the signal? Actually, if you would, can I just see your... Wow, no, you have almost nothing. You have bullets, though. I will take your bullets and give you back... You know what? It's fine. Just we'll do a water trade for bullets here. Okay, anyway, now that we've done with that, let's discuss this signal. The signal is a repeat transmission being broadcast from an unknown source. It's been live for over a year. One of our tinkers, Q-Girl, discovered it while rigging a long-wave detector. Unfortunately, it's encrypted, and we do not have the means here to decrypt it. You may be of some help in this matter, however. We've long known the location of a fully functioning Beetle within the bowels of the Great Hall Bethesda Susa. The mechanimists have consecrated the site around it and built a temple there. Q-Girl claims to have developed a means to decrypt the signal, but she needs the computing power of the Beetle. If you can infiltrate the mechanimist compound, you may be able to engage the Beetle and decode the signal. Sure, that sounds great. What the hell are you talking about? Beetles are antique stones located in certain places deep within the caverns of Cud. We believe they are some sort of hyper-advanced machines built by the Eaters. Often one claims to possess a sentience of its own. However, most of them have gone haywire in the eons since their creation. It is rare indeed to discover one whose circuitry is wholly uncorroded. The mechanimists worship this one as an idol, and they will protect it at all costs. You will need to find a way through their host to the Beetle itself. Do you believe you can accomplish this task? I think the mechanimists like us a little bit, right? I think I can do it. Good, apprentice. Speak to Q-Girl in the workshop. She'll encode her instructions for the Beetle onto a copy of the disc. And there's one more thing. The Beetle is located beneath the ancient cryobarios of the Eaters. Time has worked to erode the mechanisms that contain their cryogenic mist. That freezing vapor billows out of the chambers freely now, cooling the entire cavern. You will want to procure warm clothing to protect yourself. The spoils of the mechanimists are yours to keep. Remember, apprentice, Barathrum will look kindly upon your service. Yeah, this seems pretty doable, if sort of not my problem specifically. All right. So we need to have a conversation with another character in here. We also just need to spend some time exploring Gritgate. There's an awful lot of very cool stuff going on here, but it's also going to take a minute, so I don't think we're going to start it an hour into the episode. This might be a good place to leave it for the moment. We managed a thing that was dangerous and that I was probably too afraid of. But I think there may still be some long-term consequences. This sore throat just doesn't want to go away, does it? So, for now, that's going to be it for us. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, perhaps the consequences I was just talking about. And we'll see you then.